I spent some time taking the pulse of things that are happening in the world, and it's enough to send me in a spiral of fear and panic. And then something came to mind really, really strongly, which feels like such a saving grace, and I want to share it with you. First truth, that we create our own realities. I myself, as an individual, I create my own reality according to my beliefs and where I place my energy. And the same goes for the collective. As collective beings, we create our own reality. And I was journaling about it this evening, and basically what it boils down to is, if we keep ourselves focused on what we do not want, if we keep talking about the things that we do not want, we never actually achieve the things that we do want. Because when we keep talking about what we do not want, our brain is focused on all of the things that we do not want in the world. So what it will give us is more of that. And we end up creating these things. It becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the solution to all of this would be to begin to focus on what we do want. What is it that we actually want? Now that is the harder thing to focus on. It's easy to focus on what we don't want because we get in that state of fight or flight that pushes us there. But with the conditionings of shame, of fear, of lack of trust, of thinking that we're not able to achieve it, of thinking that it's not possible, with all those conditionings clouding us, we don't even allow ourselves to look at what it is that we want. We don't write it down clearly, we don't think about it clearly, and then because we don't do that, we don't act upon it clearly in our own personal lives and in community. Now, the difference between us and those in power is that while we do not know clearly what we want, they know exactly what they want. So even though that they're smaller in number, it doesn't really matter because their attention to their goal is sharp and precise and like straight as an arrow. Whereas our attention is divided. So where attention goes, where focus goes, energy flows, right? So if our focus is continuously here and there and there and there, then our energy gets dissipated. And it doesn't matter that we're millions and millions of people, because our focus is dissipated. Also, because our focus is dissipated, we're not able to come together as collective. We are fragmented, separated. And the more that we find about these horrible things that are happening in the world, the more we fragment amongst one another. So, first of all, the thing to do is to come back and sharpen our attention, sharpen our focus to where we actually want to be. First of all, in our personal lives, and then that will naturally bring us together with people, and we'll be able to form communities and things like that. The most important thing is, what do we want? Now that we know what we don't want, and it's so clear, what do we actually want? And then, what are our values? So, to figure out what we want, right? What are our core values? How do we want to live our lives? What kind of people do we want to be? How do we want our loved ones to live? What are the most exciting projects that we'd like to see in the world? Those kind of things, right? Values, principles, morals, what we want to see in the world. And then from there, take it one step at a time, further and further and further. And it's happening. Trusting the natural process, the natural evolution of human beings. We naturally want to thrive. And just trusting that, because it pulls us up like a cork in the water. We float up naturally when we let go a little bit, when we lessen the grip of the anxiety, of the fear, of the control. We naturally rise up. The solutions come, the friendships come, the people, the communities, and everything happens. Everything happens. And attention sharp to the world that we want to create, putting the energy there. Both energy in just in the ether, and also break by break and step by step, putting that energy there.